On December the 1st, 2009, President Barack Obama ordered the temporary surge of 33,000 U.S. troops to target the growing Taliban insurgency and secure key Afghan population centers. He explained at the time, "These are the resources that we need to seize the initiative while building the Afghan capacity that can allow for the responsible transition of our forces out of Afghanistan." Now, at that point, I had been the U.S. ambassador to Afghanistan for about 7 months. Prior to my service as ambassador, while in military uniform, I'd been the U.S. security coordinator and head of the Office of Military Cooperation, Afghanistan from 2002 to 3, the commander of U.S.-led coalition forces in Afghanistan from 2005 to 7, and then from 2007 to 2009, the deputy chairman of the NATO Military Committee in Brussels, Belgium, with part of my portfolio, including policies related to the NATO ISAF mission. I mention this to make the point that by December 2009, I had been directly involved in the Afghanistan war during very different phases, and in each instance, carrying out very different and ever-evolving missions. While time on the ground does not necessarily beget wisdom, I can at least say I had many experiences. And to the extent the expression that where you sit is where you stand, I have sat in many chairs and gained over time different perspectives that I've tried to synthesize moving forward. You've received my written statement, which addresses 5 topics that I believe are relevant to the mission of the Afghanistan War Commission and hopefully to our discussion this morning. And these are, 1, the policy and strategy reviews culminating in President Obama's December 2009 decision to order the temporary surge of U.S. forces and civilians to Afghanistan. 2, the execution of the decided strategy. Number 3, the unity of United States government effort. 4, the alignment of U.S., Pakistan, and Afghan interest. And number 5, defining and defending the national interest. Since you have this written statement, I won't use your valuable time to elaborate. So let me finish my remarks by emphasizing that agency matters, whether in policymaking, the development of and implementation of strategy, leading departments and agencies, or commanding military formations. But agency alone does not determine outcomes. For a democracy, waging a limited war in a distant land, organizational interest and influence, processes, competing domestic and international interest, historical memories, politics, and popular support, all too matter greatly. And I am impressed in that regard by this Commission's very comprehensive approach, which takes all of these factors and more into consideration. In the end, as you know, the reasons for our failure in Afghanistan are complex, and I expect our time together this morning will make this even more clear. However, we owe it to the many Americans, Afghans, and citizens around the world who sacrificed so much over a 20-year period to understand what went wrong and why. And we owe it to future generations of Americans to do the best we can to identify the mistakes made as well as what worked well, so that they are better prepared to choose and act wisely.